How to interpret your dreams for beginners. Hidden knowledge by wise minds. I'm gonna like their video, like my video. Hopefully it's a good one. You feel me? I'm pretty decent at dream interpretation, so I think I'll be a good person to judge this video. You feel me? Dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. Their interpretation must
Dreams
no,
often
nigga, goddamn, fuck. Their interpretation must uncover the hidden wish, masked in symbolic form.
Dreams often seem strange because they don't speak the language of our waking life.
Yeah,
They aren't designed to tell simple stories.
yeah.
Instead, they move through symbols, emotions, and scenes that seem confusing only because we're used to thinking with words. But if you start looking for the feeling that they elicit, dreams reveal hidden knowledge about your real life.
The feelings are
Not
very
through
important.
clear sentences, but through
Honestly, bro, it's actually a really good thing. All right, so if you have a dream, right, and it makes you feel a certain kind of way, think about the feeling, right, that you felt in that experience, and then realize that that feeling which you felt in that experience, that is probably a feeling which you carry around all the time, even if you're not aware of it. You feel me? But the dream just made you aware of it, right? Now you can now work on that feeling. Let's say you have a dream where like you get fucking captured, now you're locked up and shit, and you felt like all scared and you felt restricted. You feel me? That means that you probably always feel restricted, which is why you had that dream in the first place. You feel me? Even if you were in the astral and some nigga dead ass locked you up in the astral, that was only possible because inside of yourself you feel somewhat restricted and you have some type of fear and shit like that. You feel me? That's very important because you could easily understand what caused certain dreams to happen if you simply just recognize how you felt in that dream. If you're like, oh shit, inside this dream, I felt very fucking sad and stuff like that. Oh shit, maybe your sadness is what caused that dream to happen on some level. You feel me? So, yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. Facts.
signs. Every night, your deeper mind works to show you what you ignore, forget, or fear during the day. It doesn't create dreams to confuse you. It creates them to show you what matters most when you're too distracted to notice.
For the most
The
part,
key
yeah.
to understanding dreams is learning to read what they are truly pointing to. Not the surface of what you see, but the deeper roots they grow from. Once you know how to interpret them, you begin to understand yourself in ways that waking thoughts alone never could. Today, I'm going to help you understand how to interpret your dreams easily, even if you're just starting out, so you can finally uncover the hidden knowledge your own mind has been offering you every night. 1. Dreams speak in symbols, not words. Dreams speak a language that isn't based on explanation, but on imagery.
Right.
They use pictures, sounds, and experiences to carry messages that can't always fit into
Concepts
words.
and shit.
That's why a dream about climbing a mountain might not be about mountains at all.
Yeah.
It could be about a challenge you feel inside.
Yeah, and depending on how you climb that mountain, it could symbolize that you're reaching. If you're like climbing the mountain with ease, that's like you're ascending to new heights in your life with ease. But if it's difficult, it's like if it's difficult, but you're still climbing up that bitch, it's like you still ascending and going up in your life. It's just a bit hard for you. Now, if you going up that bitch, but you also getting knocked down very often, it's like you're trying to ascend but keep on getting knocked down. You feel me? Shit like that.
Something that looks impossible, but calls you anyway. Instead of following the dream like a story with a beginning and end, it's more helpful to look at the main symbols that appear. Think of each object, character, or scene as a vessel filled with meaning personal to you. A broken clock,
And the
a locked
thing
door.
is, right, it's crazy because if you get good at meditation, right, you could simply just, after you have a dream, right, write down your dream, then just meditate, right? And then once you meditate and get in a meditative state, simply ask, what did this thing in my dream represent? What did that person represent? What did this environment represent? You feel me? What inside of me caused me to have this dream? What is this dream trying to get me to work on? You feel what I'm trying to say? You got to just ask yourself this shit and get a pretty easy answer because if you're good at meditation, you'll be pretty good at getting deeper with inside your mind. If you get deeper inside your mind, you'll access those subconscious parts of your mind which made the dream in the first place and could easily tell you why it made the dream. You feel me? Facts.
Or a flooded street. None of these are random. They are expressions of what your mind feels and struggles with beneath your everyday awareness. If you focus only on the story, you will always miss the deeper message.
I ain't gonna say
The real
always,
question
but you
to
will
ask
miss the
is,
message a lot of period
what does
of time.
this symbol feel like to me? What emotion or memory rises up when I think about it?
Facts.
Dreams are more honest than daytime thinking because they don't try to explain, they reveal. 2.
Oh, that was hard.
Emotions in dreams matter
that
more
was
than
hard.
events.
Dreams don't try to explain shit. They just reveal what's already there. Dreams don't explain anything. They just reveal what's already there. That's so hard, bro.
While it's easy to get
And this is facts
2.
too.
Emotions in dreams matter more than events.
Yeah, especially
While it's easy to get
especially for most niggas, like most niggas not having dreams where they're having higher beings come to teach them shit. You feel me? Because then the words can be important. A higher being comes down and tells you shit that's in all words. You feel me? That those words would be important, but most niggas' dreams are very emotionally charged. You feel me? So the emotion does become more important than the words. Facts.
caught up in the wild stories dreams tell, the real information lies in how you felt inside them.
Yeah.
You could dream about riding a bicycle down a city street, but what matters more is whether you felt free, scared, trapped, or lost during the ride.
Facts.
Emotions in dreams don't hide behind polite masks like they sometimes
Facts.
do when you're awake.
If you ride down the street and shit like that on a bike and you feel free as fuck, that could symbolize that inside your life you feel free. But if you're trying to fucking drive the street and shit like that, and you feel all nervous and stuff like that, you feel me? That could mean that inside your life you're trying to get somewhere, but the people in your life are making you feel nervous about where you're going. So let's say you want to become let's say that you want to become a singer, right? But everybody around you kind of throws doubts like, nigga, you can't sing. Nigga, being a singer is not possible. All these things, right? Boom. Now, when you try to become a singer, you might feel a bit nervous or a bit, you might be a bit avoidant because people told you that you can't sing. So now when you have a dream, you could ride a bike down the street and shit like that because you're trying to get somewhere, but you feel nervous at the niggas looking at you because you're trying to get somewhere, but there's people that make you feel nervous. You're trying to become a singer, but some niggas make you feel nervous. They keep on throwing doubts at your ass. You feel me? Facts.
They are raw, direct, and usually clearer than anything you admit to yourself during the day. That's why understanding your emotional state inside a dream can often explain why the dream came at all.
Yeah.
Your mind uses the setting and characters to bring those feelings to life. Instead of replaying every small detail of a dream after you wake up, focus first on what feelings stayed with you. The emotions are not side effects.
In fact, it be times where I could wake up and I could feel what happened, but I forgot it. When I tap into the feeling, I regain the memory. And I see everything that happened. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot that did happen. Yeah.
They are the real message. Your dream is not telling you what's happening outside. It's telling you what's happening inside. 3. Every person in your dream is a fragment of you. It's natural to believe that when someone appears in your dream,
for the most part, with average dreams, there can be times though where other entities come inside your dreams. You feel me? But even when that happens, a part of your mind let that entity come in. You feel me? Which means that even though it's a separate entity, they can still symbolize some part of your mind because a part of your mind let them in. So let's say like you're like a very fearful person, right? Then you have a dream where an entity invaded your dream and was trying to fuck you up and you felt all scared. Well, even though that entity was separate from you, it still kind of represents your fear. Because if you didn't hold any fear, there would have been no door for that entity to walk through. You feel what I'm trying to say? Seem like a succubus. Yeah, a succubus is a separate being, but if you weren't lustful, you wouldn't have had a dream about the succubus. You feel me? So it still kind of symbolizes a part of you, like a part of your lust, a part of your fear. You feel what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
the dream must be about them. But in truth, most of the time, they are reflections of parts of yourself. Your mind uses familiar faces because they are easy to recognize, but the real story is about traits, emotions, or memories they represent in you. If you dream about arguing with a friend, it may not be about your relationship with them at all.
Facts.
It could be a sign of an internal conflict.
That's what you got to think. what does this friend symbolize? What do I do with this friend? What kind of friend is this person, right? Like, let's say, for example, I have a friend and we play basketball together, right? Now I have a dream and I'm arguing with that friend. That could symbolize that a part of me is at conflict with the part of myself that plays basketball. Maybe because I like to play basketball, but playing basketball is taking me away from like my school studies. You feel me? Imagine I'm in high school, I got to study for school, but I keep playing basketball, right? Now I have a dream arguing with my friend, but it's really symbolism to show that the part of me that plays basketball is at conflict with my main self that needs to study for school, especially if we're arguing at school. You feel what I'm trying to say? Facts.
A part of you that feels torn between two paths. Similarly, dreaming about a wise stranger could reflect a part of you that holds deep insight,
Yeah,
even if you don't trust it yet.
yeah.
By seeing every dream character as a mirror of your inner world, you stop chasing external meanings and start discovering pieces of yourself. Every dream meeting becomes an invitation to meet hidden corners of your own.
The only thing that sucks about what he's saying right now is that if you expand your mind and become like more open spiritually and stuff like that, you will be more open to other beings coming inside your dream. For example, that wise old man wasn't a wise old man, nor was it a part of you. It could have been a spirit guide. If you're open to your spirit guides will come inside your dreams. Also, that dream about your friend wasn't a part of you. It was actually your friend. Especially if you're a person who's very like open spiritually and astrally and stuff like that. You feel what I'm trying to say? So it's like that's one thing that sucks is the fact that a person who's very open mentally and spiritually and stuff like that, they'll have various spiritual experiences with inside their dreams, which aren't the typical dream. But all these things do hold true for the typical dream. So far, it's actually a pretty good video, I'm not gonna lie.
Mind. 4. Death dreams mean birth, not ending.
Ooh,
Waking from a dream about death
hold
often
up.
leaves a feeling of fear or sadness.
Nigga, I mean, that's actually, I mean, what he said was true and not true, though. Because oftentimes, a dream about death, it does include a beginning, but it also includes an end. That end is what leads to this beginning. You feel me? But I still like what he said, though.
But dreams rarely use death to predict literal endings. Instead, death in a dream often signals that something in your life is ready to change,
Yeah,
break
it's ready to die and then get reborn.
open, or be left behind so that something new can take its place.
Like, if the dream was only about birth, you'd have a dream about a baby being born or some new things happening, a new store opening up, a new carnival opening up, whatever the fuck, you feel me? But if you see some shit that's dying, bro, something's probably gonna end before it gets reborn, you feel me?
Dreaming of your own death might mean you are shedding an old version of yourself, an
Facts.
identity.
Like, I've died so many times in my dreams, bro. Woke up a whole new nigga, though. Facts. Because a part of me died and woke up new.
A belief, a way of living that no longer fits who you are becoming. Dreaming of someone else's death can mean a relationship is evolving or a dynamic between you and that.
It could symbolize that it could be that you and that person will go through a death and a rebirth, or that person could be a symbol of simply just yourself, and a part of yourself is dying. Let's say like it's your friend that is always playing video games and beating their dick. Well, if they die, they could be a symbol that you're gonna stop playing games all day and beating your dick. You feel me? Facts.
That person is being transformed. Rather than fearing these dreams, it's important to listen closely. Death dreams don't threaten you. They encourage you to release what you've outgrown.
Yeah.
Transformation often looks like loss before it feels like growth.
Essentially.
And dreams know how to show that, even when waking life refuses to. 5. Flying or falling equal sign your relationship with freedom. Flying dreams often lead.
Not all the time. Well, the flying part, yeah, but falling? Nah. Falling could symbolize a lack of control, right? It could symbolize you feeling like you're actually falling down in your life, like you're like your like your life is getting worse type shit. You feel me? Flying could do a lot about freedom. You feel me? Definitely. But falling, I mean, if you fall and you feel free, okay. But falling is usually about letting go of control. You feel me? Or it's about kind of like actually like going down in your life. Like you feel like your life is going downward. In fact, it could be your life is going down because you feel out of control. You feel me? But yeah.
Leave a powerful feeling behind, exhilaration, terror, or a strange mix of both. These dreams are not about flight in the physical sense. They reflect your emotional relationship with freedom, power, and control. When you fly easily and happily, it often means that you feel in alignment with your choices, or at least that part of you is reaching for more expansion in life. But if flying feels difficult, scary, or out of control, it might suggest that you're wrestling with the fear of stepping into your full potential. Falling dreams, on the other hand, usually point to surrender. They often appear when you feel like you're losing your grip over something important, or when your foundations are shifting.
Now, if you're falling and you don't feel scared, I said that could be freedom, which it can be, but it could be accepting a lack of control. Like you surrender, but you actually accept the surrender. You're not like going against it. You feel me? Facts.
They are not punishments. They are reflections of the risks and changes your deeper self already senses. 6. Losing things in dreams equals sign fear of losing identity. Dreams where you lose a wallet,
Or just losing things in general. Like if you lose a wallet, you might be scared of losing money. You feel me? One time I lost my car. Yo, what did shit lost me in again?
losing things in dreams equals sign fear of losing identity.
You know what? Nah. When I kept having dreams about losing my car, but like I literally like would lose my shit. Like one time somebody stole it, and then when I got it back, I lost it. It was weird. But those dreams was happening because I genuinely had a fear of losing my car. You feel me? Not like because in the dreams I actually misplaced it. You feel me? In real life, I'm not scared of like misplacing it, but I am. I'm getting over it now, but I did have a fear when I first got my car of it getting taken away somehow. Like whether somebody steals it, get into a car crash, whatever the fuck it is, bro. I had that fear, so I kept losing my car in my dreams. Oh fuck.
Dreams where you lose a wallet, a key, a suitcase, or anything valuable are not about the objects themselves. They are about what you fear losing within yourself. They point to parts of your identity, your sense of worth, safety, belonging, that feel fragile or under threat. When you dream of searching for something lost, it often reflects an inner search happening in your waking life.
That is true though. If you have a dream and you're looking for something, that could symbolize that you're searching for something within inside of yourself. You feel me? But if the dream is surrounded upon losing that thing and not trying to find it, you feel me? Like you just lost some shit, you might be scared of losing that actual thing or a part of yourself. That is true too. Facts.
Maybe you are questioning who you are after a major life event. Maybe you are afraid of becoming invisible in a relationship or forgotten in a career path. Losing something important in a dream brings attention to the parts of you that need reassurance and attention. It invites you to ask, what part of myself am I afraid of losing, and why? 7. Nightmares are not warnings, they are wake-up calls. Nightmares can feel brutal, but rather than seeing them as threats or predictions, it's better to understand them as messages sent in louder voices because quieter ones were ignored.
Yeah.
The mind whispers
Facts.
first. If it's not heard, it shouts.
Yeah.
When your dreams turn frightening, it's usually because something vital needs your attention. It might be an emotion you've been avoiding, a decision you've delayed, or a fear you've buried. Nightmares tear open the surface you maintain in waking life and expose what needs to be felt.
Just dog this
Instead
shit,
of fearing
gang.
nightmares, treat them as urgent invitations to reconnect with yourself. They are not punishments. They are alarms, designed to wake you up from a deeper sleep than the one you're physically in. 8. Recurring dreams are emotional wounds left untouched. When the same dream plays over and over, it's rarely about the story repeating.
Wow. Yeah, but it don't gotta always be an emotional wound. Like sometimes it could just be a message that you have failed to receive. You feel me? Like a recurring dream of you constantly getting inside of a car crash, right? That might be a warning that a car crash may be approaching. You feel me? Or it could symbolize that you're about to lose control of your life, which is going to make it crash. Or like it's like you're crashing in your life right now. Like let's say like every day in your life you keep on crashing, like in a sense of like you keep on doing like the wrong things that keep on fucking your life up, right? You may have the same dream about crashing your car because you keep on fucking your life up. You feel me? Which I guess would be like an emotional wound. Emotional wound. Oh, that's not really an emotional wound. You get my point though, right? Like not every reoccurring dream is an emotional wound that's untouched, but a lot of them bitches do be. Like if it's like a dream like of you and your ex every single day, you're probably unhealed from your ex. I know a lot about that. You feel me? I went through that shit. Now my mind is good. She's not inside there no more. You feel me? Well, unless she's about to pop up in my physical life, because there do be times where I just be chilling and then she's in my fucking dreams. And then like 2 days later, I get a text and she's like, "Yo, what's up?" And I'm like, "Nigga, no." You feel me? Block, right? But anyway, yeah, so back to the
Touched.
video.
When the same dream plays over and over, it's rarely about the story repeating. It's about an emotional pattern that remains unresolved. Your mind is trying to bring it to the surface again and again because it believes it's important and because your healing still waits. Recurring dreams often connect to childhood fears, unresolved grief, or situations where you feel stuck. They are like a letter that keeps arriving at your door because you refuse to open it. The message becomes more persistent each time. If you start noticing recurring dreams, pay more attention to what emotional tone runs beneath them rather
Yeah.
than the literal events.
Yeah.
Healing the emotional root will often end the
both.
cycle because the message
Tap into the emotion first, then the literal events. Also tap into the thoughts which you had at that when you're going through certain shit. If you can remember the thoughts that you had when certain shit was happening, you feel me? Facts.
has finally been received. 9. Water represents your true emotional state. Water in dreams rarely stays
I wouldn't say it's your true emotional state, but water does represent emotions.
neutral.
You feel me?
Whether it's a
Like if you see like dirty water, you might have like dirty emotions. If you see like a fucking like a rapid lake or some shit, your emotions might be running rapid. A calm lake might be that your emotions are calm. You feel me?
calm lake, a raging ocean, or a leaky faucet, water reflects the emotional climate inside you more
Yeah.
honestly than your waking thoughts usually
Yeah, I
do.
think you should have said it like that. I don't think you should have said your true emotional state. Cause like, let's say like you see murky water, right? That could mean that you have hidden dirty emotions, but every day you don't necessarily feel that dirtiness. You feel me? You feel what I'm trying to say? Like true emotional state, I don't like that terminology, but just your emotional state, that's good enough. I get what he's
Still,
saying.
water
Though.
often
I'm
points
just
to
being a
inner
little bit
peace or
picky.
emotional balance. Stormy waves reveal hidden anger, fear, or overwhelm.
Yeah.
Drowning can point to emotional suffocation,
Yeah.
while swimming with ease shows resilience and confidence even in emotional landscapes.
Yeah.
When you dream of water, the condition of it, not just its presence, gives you direct insight into what you are carrying inside. Dreams make no effort to lie about your feelings. They pour them straight into the images you see. 10.
That's facts, but it sucks. Once again, like let's say you're like a Syrian, right? Your soul had a lifetime in the Sirius star system in one of the water planets. Now you might have dreams about water because you're getting a past life from this water planet, but you're trying to interpret as a regular ass dream. It might be a past life though. That's why I say like certain like for regular ass dreams, this is a pretty good video. You feel me? But for more spiritually awakened people who have all kinds of experiences at nighttime, bro, this shit not gonna fully cut it because, nigga, is that water, is that storm that you're seeing a symbol of like the emotional storm inside you, or is that storm that you're seeing a past life memory when somebody was fucking with the storms and shit, and they had a certain storm power? You feel what I'm trying to say, bro? Yeah. But even then, though, one could say that during those past lives, when you experience somebody doing the whole emotional storm shit, the only reason you experience that is because at that period of time, inside of yourself, you might have had an emotional storm because the law of attraction and manifestation applies no matter what planet you're on. You're always gonna attract what's inside of yourself. You feel me? So even when you're going through shit in past lives, it'll be a reflection of what's going on inside of yourself. You feel me? So yeah, and you might get that past life memory at a period of time when your emotions are in a chaotic state. So even if it's a past life, the meaning can still hold true that because it's chaotic and shit, you're chaotic inside yourself. It can still hold true. You feel me? Because life is divine as fuck. You feel me? And the divine do be divine, and shit will link up how it's supposed to and shit like that. You feel me?
Hidden rooms symbolize hidden potential. Find
Yeah. Trying to think about other meanings too, because there could be other meanings, right? But yeah.
finding an unknown room in a dream, opening a door
It could just be hidden things in general. Like finding an unknown room could be finding an unknown part of yourself, even if it's not like hidden potential. Like let's say you open up the door room and it's like mad evil. Like you see fucking upside down crosses, upside down pentagram, devil faces. That could symbolize that a part of yourself holds malevolent energy. You feel me?
you didn't know existed, or wandering through spaces you've never seen before often signals growth waiting inside you. These dreams are invitations to meet
Or
parts
just
of
this.
yourself you haven't
I'll just say it symbolizes discovering hidden parts of yourself, or just hidden things that you may not always see in your everyday life. I'll just put it like that. You feel me?
fully claimed. Hidden rooms can represent talents, emotions, or strengths you have yet to recognize. They often appear during times of inner change, when your potential is beginning to stir but has not yet found full expression. When you discover new spaces in dreams, it's a reminder that no matter how well you think you know yourself, there is always more waiting to be revealed. The unknown inside you is not something to fear. It is something to meet with curiosity. If you have made it this far, let us know what you think in the comments.
I think this video was pretty decent, bro. I think this was a pretty decent video. Damn, I only me can make a 9-minute video, 27 minutes, bro. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video right here, though. You feel me? Like the video, subscribe if you're new. I love you all. Catch my next video. Peace. The freak out.